Hello and welcome guys to another video. Today we have the PLR ACC Pro Split at MISANO. So let's jump straight into the video. So jumping straight into the first qualifying, this was a double header round, so there was 2 qualifyings and 2 races. Into the first sector we go. Vital that you get a good exit on this left-hander and open up the right-hander so you can get the most time through that first sector. Now into this double right-hander, very easy to lose grip through this section. I'm not sure exactly what causes it, but it's just very easy to lose all the grip through there, and careful not to invalidate on the exit of that fast left-hander. But we're about 2.5 tenths up coming into this hairpin. Into the first hairpin we go. Not a very good exit, I would say. They're a bit too tight on the entry, so I didn't get a very good exit out there, but still up on our delta. Into the second hairpin, very important to get a good exit out of here, which we do, so that we can have good straight line speed along this long back straight. We are currently, is that 8 tenths up on our time? When I actually record the audio, the video is very small on my phone, so I can hardly see what my delta is, so I do apologise if I've said that wrong. But nearly a second up on our delta, about 9 tenths as we come round into the final corner here. We're about 9 tenths out the final corner we come, and we lose a little bit of time on the exit there, I think, but we go P3. So really happy with that. P3 in qualifying, only about half a tenth off of P2. So now let's jump into the first race. Green lights and away we go. Not the best of starts. You can see Nat Dog on the left and that Audi gets a much better start, and we fall behind Hammer, so not a very good start at all for us. Got Bennett on the inside as well now, so we've not had a very good start from P3 down to P5 there at the start. Not very good at all. Now, a few minutes later, I was really struggling behind Nat Dog because he was going a lot slower than I was in the braking zones. But as you saw there, when I was early on the brakes to not hit the back of Nat Dog, then I kept nearly getting hit in the back by the other cars. It wasn't anything deliberate or anything like that from the guys behind, but I was just having to be so early on the brakes that I was losing a lot of time and having to be really careful, because you can see there again in the braking that we were gaining a lot of time. So I was trying to be really careful in the braking points. But 10 minutes in, Hammer spun out there, so now we're battling for P3 here against Nat Dog. So see if we can get into the podium spots. Now here again, we're right on the back of Nat Dog, and he goes a lot slower than us round this left-hander. But then that isn't too much of a problem, but the problem was that then that allows Tony Doc and the driver behind me, Bennett as well, then they kept trying to take advantage of every time I was getting held up. So it was a very difficult situation because I wasn't able to find anywhere to get past Nat Dog, but then I kept getting Tony Doc and Bennett trying to overtake me and nearly going into the back of me. So it was a very difficult situation, but it was a good battle. Just very frustrating trying to get past. But now we're 4 tenths back coming into this section, but then on the exit of this hairpin, Nat Dog goes really slow that I don't expect, end up tapping the back of him, and he goes sideways, and we're up into P3. So that was my fault. I just did not expect him to go so slow on the exit there. And as I said, I was trying to be really careful for the first like 15 minutes. But there, I just did not expect the speed difference on the exit there. But now, just a few minutes later, 10 minutes left of the race, we've got Bennett behind us. And as we accelerate, we get a tap from Bennett and we spin round down to P8. So there goes our chance of a podium. Similar thing to what happened between me and that dog. I would say that Bennett had already tapped me once before and was being very late on the brakes, but I think that was just the Porsche seemed much better on the brakes. So yeah, very frustrating there. Down into P8, had a wee look around the outside of Boost Goose there, but he covered us off on turn 2. So unfortunately that was the race over for us. We finished P7 there. A bit disappointing after fighting for a podium. But now let's jump into the second qualifying and see what we can do. So now starting off with our lap. Now we don't actually have any delta because this was our first lap. It wasn't as quick as my first qualifying, which was a wee bit annoying, but I just wasn't able to get as good a lap in. So through the first sector there, now into the double right-hander just before the end of sector 1. Excuse my voice crack there. Through the left-hander, trying to keep our lines nice and smooth and see how much time we can make up. Into the first hairpin we go. See if we can get a good line through here. Good line and apex, but not the best of exits. Had a little bit of wheel spin into the second hairpin now. Really need to get a good exit here so we don't lose too much lap time on the straight. See what we can do now. Long straight up into the next corner. Give you a chance to leave a like and subscribe if you're enjoying the video. Now into the fast right-hander. Try not lose the traction into this corner. Nice and smooth through there into the final hairpin. Late apex. Wee bit late on the throttle there, but into the first of the double left-hander here. Missed the apex slightly there, went a bit wide. Should have clipped that inside curb. Into the final corner, and as we exit the final corner, not as good a lap there. As you can see, we only qualified P6 for the second qualifying, so nowhere near as good as the first qualifying. But anyway, let's see if we can make it up in the race. Green lights and away we go. Not the best of starts again there. On the outside of UK Sim Racer into the first corner, late on the brakes, and we're on the inside, but I get big slap of oversteer there. Big tank slapper with cold tires. Trying to go around the outside of UK Sim Racer, happens again. Big tank slapper into the double right-hander. We're on the outside of UK Sim Racer, still side by side. Great little battle, little bit of contact there though, and we have to back out there. But then UK Sim Racer goes very slow on the exit. I have to back off a bit there, and one of the other drivers go into the back of me. A few minutes later though, UK Sim Racer went a bit wide, and we went up into P6 there. Bump stop unfortunately had a drive-through penalty as well, so that put us up into the top 5. So now with 15 minutes to go, UK Sim Racer gives us a tap into the hairpin. It was a bit early on the brakes, and UK Sim Racer ended up going into the back of us. So not a great 2 rounds. Same corner, 2 races in a row. So yeah, very frustrating. UK Sim Racer did give us the position back though, which was good. But then to top off those 2 very annoying, frustrating races, we get a drive-through in the second race. So unfortunately that put us down to P11 after the drive-through. So not a great 2 rounds there, unfortunately. We've got the final at Laguna, and we'll see how that goes. After the Project Cars 2 League finishes, I'll be joining another ACC League on the Wednesday, along with this league on a Monday. So see what happens in that other league. Hopefully we can get some better races there, but I will still be in this league. But thanks for watching, guys, as always. See you again next time.